So a lot of the images that I make for composites or even images that I make for painting, I use PNG files, okay? So you can go to a lot of different websites and you can purchase them, but they are a little pricey. So whenever I'm out and about with my camera, I always make sure that I take pictures of the top of trees. And the reason for that is because it's very simple to create PNGs out of images where it's like just the top of a tree against a blue sky. And I really recommend that you do it against a blue sky, as blue as you can get it, because it makes the whole converting it to a PNG so much easier. So today I'll show you on this one, and I'll also show you on this one. And what we're going to end up with is a PNG that looks like this. Okay, and this one here was just a side yard that I had over at my other house. And you can see there was a lot of bokeh in it, but that doesn't matter, especially if you're going to use it on images that maybe you shot with a super shallow depth of field. All right, so I already did this one as well, and I will show you how to do it. So we're going to start with this one, and this again is just a tree against a blue sky. And all you do is unlock your base layer like this, double click it. We're going to use blend if. We're going to choose the blue channel, and then we're going to slide. This is the highlight side. This is the shadow side. We're going to go ahead and just drag the highlight shadow to the left, and then you can see all the blue haloing around this tree. So we're just going to hold our Alt or Option key, and we're going to split those 2 points so that we can feather that out a bit, and that'll get rid of a lot of the blue, not all of it, but that's okay. So we're going to click OK. We are going to convert this to a smart object so that it maintains that selection, and go ahead and rasterize it. Now we're going to go into our hue saturation, and we're going to go to our blues. And what I usually do is I pull up the saturation so I can see it better. And then we're just going to come in and change our slider to something that's a little bit more on the green side, or yellow, whatever you prefer. And then we'll drop that down again. Okay, just depending on how much you want. And then you have your PNG. Now you can just merge these layers and you can save it as a PNG. So we're going to merge them. And if perhaps you were going to put this into an image and you needed more light, then all you do is add a blank layer above it, clip it, change your blend mode to overlay. And I would typically choose one of the brighter kind of green colors in here and just go ahead and paint that onto the edges if you have an image that maybe has a lot more sunshine or light in it. And this is how I affect the PNGs. And alternatively, you can change that to a multiply blend mode, and you could make it darker if you wanted your tree to be a little bit darker. But this is generally how I create my PNGs. Super, super useful. I use PNGs constantly. I can't even tell you how awesome it is to have your own, very own library of them. Okay, so that's how you do it. And I'll just do this last one over here just so that you can see again. So unlock it, double click your layer, go to your blue channel, reduce the blue. I usually go until it's all gone. So something like that. You can still split just to make sure you get a nice feather on it, but voila. Okay, and then you have something like that. Now I wanted to show you this image, and this I actually shot in my hallway in my house, and then I shot the background outside when it had freshly snowed. But then all of the extra trees are just PNGs, like I just showed you. And if you're ever interested in that for a snow scene, then all you have to do is go to, let's go to one of these. You can come here. I'm just going to merge these two. And you're going to use adjustment layers. So you're going to use a vibrance adjustment layer, and you're just going to reduce that vibrance all the way down. So something like that. Then you're going to come up to your levels and you're going to pull up your blacks like this, and you're going to pull over your highlights like this. Okay. In your vibrance, you can reduce the saturation all the way too. But that's how I make winter trees so that it actually looks like it's winter. And like I always say, reduce your fill whenever you're using any of these blend modes. Okay, this list right here. So use your fill because it's going to look better than opacity. The next thing I did was I did a hue saturation layer. I wanted to make this a little bit more orange and less yellow because I was going for an autumn look. And then I did a color balance on her subject to make her pop more. And that's how I did that. We're going to just go with this painting of Sunny. And we're going to use this bright green tree here for the painting of Sunny. So all we're going to do is grab it, drag it onto our image here. I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to make it bigger, rotate it. And usually when I do this, I'm looking for the best possible place to put it. And so something like that. And then I'm going to duplicate it again, but this time I'm going to make it smaller. And then when I make it smaller, I'm just going to rotate it, something like that. But I'm going to drag it and I'm going to place it behind the other one. And that's essentially how I do all of these. Now with the one behind it, because it is behind, what you can do with this one is you can do levels adjustment layer, clip it, and then you can make that brighter because you can see there's a lot of backlight in this. And that way it's got a lot more light on it. Okay, because you might want it to be quite a bit brighter in behind the other one. And then this one up here, you could reduce, because it's a normal blend mode, we can use overlay. You can just reduce that one a bit, or you can reduce this one here. Okay, so something like that. Let's duplicate our base layer again, and then we're going to flip it, and we're just going to drag it and rotate, okay? And then we'll do the same thing. So we'll go levels, clip it, and we'll make that one quite a bit brighter. So something like that. I think I'm actually going to make this one brighter as well. But then once I finish doing all of this, clip it. Once I start doing all of this, I'll paint it, right? So I'll go ahead and paint it. And keep in mind, if you want to learn how I paint images, you can still sign up for a free pass to the Photoshop Creativity Virtual Summit that's being held on March 23rd and 26th. Link will be down below in the description.